It is Monday, the 16th of March. It is 1:09 in the afternoon. I dropped off my load in Wisconsin, and I'm now in St. Paul, getting ready to load up some steel to go to Indiana. Let's see what happens. Alright, it's 9:25 on the 15th of March. I'm at the Madison yard, Gary, Indiana. Forgive I'm out of breath and it's windy. It's like 34 degrees. I'm just in a t-shirt, but that's okay. My coil pads that were not swapped out on my last load, I stopped by to pick them up. Here's my load of steel bar. You can kind of see how I've got this flap in the front. I guess I do this in an effort to keep the wind from going underneath my load and causing my tarp to bellow, but sometimes it's not that. It doesn't work out that well. Let's see. It's about 46,000 pounds of steel bar. It's not that high, but you can kind of see how big those bars are. Anyway, my load, I think it drops off like 30 minutes from here. So I thought it'd be an easy stop by, pick up my needed coil pads, and then I'll be on my way. 39. There's a couple other Maverick drivers here. My mileage is just about to hit where my preventive maintenance is supposed to be. That's what I'm hauling. I'm just sitting here waiting for it to be unloaded. They will put in a message to my fleet manager and let them know I'm going to need a preventive maintenance this weekend. I'm within 5,000 miles, and I guess that's when you can start scheduling it. What you don't want to do is go over the miles when your next preventive maintenance is due, because that affects your pay for performance. So it's kind of on you to keep track of that. They put a little sticker right on the side of your door letting you know when the next one's due. So I am approaching that time frame. My trailer, I think, has a slight leak. It's hard to tell. I'll have to turn that in and get it fixed. But anyway, I traveled from where I've never been before, St. Paul, Minnesota. When I went from La Crosse, Michigan into Minnesota, it was actually really beautiful right along the highway there, because it was these rocky, outcroppy mountains all over or really big hills. Not really what I would call mountains, but I mean, it made for a pleasant scenery. I stopped early last night at about 7. Well, it was after 7, so I can get back onto my 5 to 7 shift that I like to drive. And because I could have made it to the Gary yard that Maverick has with 7 minutes to spare. But I was traveling, I would have to go through Chicago, and it was about, 8 o'clock at night. And I was thinking to myself, well, chances are the traffic will be slower. Lower, not slower. I mean, if there's high traffic, that's when it's slow. But I would have hit minimal traffic, I figure. But I was thinking to myself, with my luck and my odds, I'd probably hit some traffic to slow me down greater than 7 minutes. So I didn't want to risk it. So I found a nice rest stop along the highway and stayed the night there, and then started first thing this morning. And it took me about an hour and a half to get through Chicago. So maybe if I was more familiar with the side highways, maybe I would have done something different. I'm wondering if that guy right behind me, a Maverick driver, I guess I shouldn't show him since he may have privacy concerns. Well, you can hear a speaker. But anyway, it took me a while to get through there. I stopped at the Gary Yard. I picked up some coil pads that when I did my trailer swap during my last breakdown, the gentleman that swapped trailers with me and took my load into Michigan must have forgotten to leave me coil pads. I put 10 of them on my load, so when I came back to the empty trailer, there were 0 coil pads, and I had none. So anyway, I finally got the opportunity to stop by the Gary Yard, and they had them, so I was able to restock. I guess that's one of the benefits of having these Maverick yards in certain locations. So if there is something you need, you're able to pick it up. Even though I pretty much live at the Madison Yard, they don't. That position is not filled as far as the person that hands out equipment. So for the number of weeks I've been there, I haven't been able to restock my coil pads. But I have these other pads that I got from a previous driver on a swapped load I did that I was able to utilize in place of them. So luckily I've been able to get through what loads I had with the equipment I had. So that's it for now. It's like 32 degrees out, but with the sun out, it gets really warm in the truck. So it's probably 80 or 90 degrees, so I'm going to crack a window. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take them to unload me. I've been sitting here for...
Home. Messaging. You have 6 hours and 25
I've been sitting here for 55 minutes.
Drive time.
And a couple other Maverick drivers showed up after me, so we'll see how this goes. And then we'll see what load I get next. So until then... It is the 19th of March. It is, let's see, 7:28. I captured some, this is my view 388 or something like that. It's the my view. I've had it for quite some time, had it in my personal vehicle. And I'm going to try to, I captured some video on it, and I'm going to make a really concerted effort to get it off of there. But I guess the main thing is I wanted to say it's hands-free. Wanted to get that point across. It continually captures video, so in case there's some kind of mishap, I have video evidence to back up my side of the story. But anyway, did I mention it's hands-free? So hopefully nobody gets up, you know, I don't want anybody to get upset and think that I'm doing stuff while I'm driving. I'm not. I have to actually dig for the video that I want off of that piece of equipment. But anyway, let's see here. It is, I'm at a Road Ranger. It's got, this is large parking is what it's was said. Anyway, I picked up a coil today, and I am done for tonight. The interesting fact of today's load, it's probably about 42 degrees outside, so it's a little bit chilly, but I'm from Washington State, so this is like, you know, summertime. Anyway, I dropped off my load of steel bar today, which I think I captured in video, and I was there for over 2 hours. And then I got this load, and initially it was a scheduled appointment time of 4 o'clock, and it was a hard set time because this place that I picked this up at is huge, this steel company. Anyway, while I was traveling, I was going to go get gas, or I'm sorry, diesel or fuel. I don't want anybody to think I put gas in this thing. I got an adjustment to my work assignment, and it changed to 2:30, and I was an hour away, and 2:30 was going to happen in an hour. So anyway, I skipped the fuel island and went and picked up this load, and it went fairly smooth. It was fairly, this place is so large, it was fairly automated. Anyway, I had, there's a see if I can't, you won't be able to see it, but this is just the idea. Right in this area there's a ticket, and on the end of it was a barcode, and on the other end sticking off was an RFID tag. And part of the checking out process is you're supposed to pull off the tag so you can scan out. Well, I pulled off the RFID thinking that was it, but I was wrong. It was the barcode, which I didn't realize because I pulled off the RFID tags and tarped it all. Went to go check out and found out at that point that I pulled the wrong one, so I had to untarp and pull off the correct tags and retarp. But it still went fairly quick. I didn't have to untarp the whole thing, just the back end. I flipped it up, got it out. I was frustrated with myself. And but anyway, we took care of it. The interesting fact of this load is it delivers at a specific appointment time of 5 o'clock. And I am, as you can see here, 5 hours, well, if it would focus, 5 hours and 59 minutes away. And it's 7 o'clock. So technically I can start driving tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning. 5:30, let's say it stopped at 5:23, so I could technically start driving at 5:23 in the morning, but basically 6 hours later would put me there like around noon, and I'd have to sit there until 5. But there's a couple possibilities that I'm going to do. I'll be able to, I guess, have a more relaxed drive tomorrow. I don't know how to put that. I won't have to start as early as I normally do. I don't have a problem starting at 5:30. In fact, I prefer to start at 5. So I can maximize my day and still have, like here, plenty of space for parking. You can see how far away that truck's parked, and there's just nothing but open area. I mean, this place, so at 7 is always a good time to park. When it gets later than that, yeah, truck stops fill up, and by morning time the place is packed. Here we go. That truck moved out of the way so you can see. Anyway, so I will probably leave about 6 or 7, and I'll still get there a few hours early, and cross my fingers that they take me early. I don't know. I'm going to research this place that I'm delivering to in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm going to see what kind of parking they have available there. I don't think they... Let's see. Yeah, there is no truck parking, like overnight parking there. So I will do some research and then determine. But again, did I mention this is hands-free? So anyway, I'm pretty sure that the video off of that is going to be in this video, because I think I figured out a way to do it with my video editor. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, if there's no video, if all you see is this and then the video is done, you know I was not successful, and I apologize for that. But that's it for today. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty good day, I think. And shout out to all those people who subscribed. I appreciate your comments and well wishes on my breakdown. I realized that was... It's interesting because my videos are scheduled... I schedule them to come out basically a week after they're actually made. So everybody's... I appreciate people's concerns, but understand that, and I try to answer people's comments to let them know, you know, I'm no longer broken down. But anyway, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Enjoy this. I'm going to try to include music on that forward-facing video, otherwise it'll be really boring, to kind of show you the kind of music I listen to while I travel. Oh, this thing right here, satellite, whoa, focus, satellite radio. Yeah, that's probably one of my pieces of electronic equipment, which you can see. That is probably either number 1 or number 2 as far as my priority equipment that I require to drive, because that makes life on the road enjoyable for me anyway. And then the other one that's either 1 or 2 is that guy right there, my GPS. My map book is on the floor. I work with my GPS and my map book quite closely to make sure that I'm traveling the most efficient route I can. So anyway, I've already ended it. Tried to end this video a few minutes ago, and now it's getting forever long, so I apologize.